name's David Alameda. I'm the shop superintendent for Fought Steel. I've been with the company for about 6 years. My typical day and responsibilities are I run a team of foremen here, and we make sure that the crew is on task and doing the proper job in the right direction that we need them to go into. I mainly take care of the budgets, the schedules, making sure the crew's on task and staying safe and doing everything to code. What gets me excited about this job is, unlike so many other jobs, you have the opportunity to build the material, the beams, the columns, the miscellaneous steel inside the shop. And at times you could go out to the field and you see these buildings, your beams, your steel being erected out there and turning into these schools and hospitals. And it's just a great feeling to know that you touch so many lives with your structures that is the basis of all buildings. The advice I would give a young man or woman wants to come into this trade is come in with an open mind. Find what you want to do, master that one thing, but don't give up there. Don't stay stagnant in that one area. Move on, learn something new, learn it all. Once you learn it all, then you could start getting into management positions. This is an amazing industry to be in, and it's fun. It's fun, but just my main thing would be to tell somebody to not get stagnant in one spot. Learn it all. There's so much to learn, so many different things to do inside the shop, and that would be my number one thing to tell a young person wanting to come in.
I've worked at Fought Company for about 2 years. Here I fit structural steel and splice bridge girders, and I guess the biggest challenges as far as the daily work goes is the physical challenge. Steel's heavy, so being able to lift and move and knowing that you have physical limits and knowing when to use the tools, how to use the tools. It just takes experience and a little bit of ingenuity. Well, generally the projects that I've worked on here, I personally like doing structural steel because it's quite a bit more complicated. You have to really look and understand the prints, and there's a lot of mathematics involved. So I use math here that I've never learned in school. But especially when you start getting into pipe and stuff like that, then you have to deal with rotation and different angles and multiple planes. And building bridges is a lot simpler, but it's to a much finer tolerance. You have to treat the steel a certain way, so you have to know quite a bit more on bridge for the things about like metallurgy and chemistry, physics. But I think the really fun stuff is the physical building of structural steel, especially when you get into the fancier kind of buildings that they're designing now. Like we worked on Hayward Field, all that curved pipe, all of it goes together is really interesting. So the daily challenges with all of that is being able to think creatively, think outside the box. There's no set way to do anything, so you have to be able to be creative and try to come up with a new way to do things that people haven't thought of before, because when you're fitting, there is no school for it. No one's ever really going to teach you how to do it. You just have to learn it yourself. So it can be a major challenge, but it's rewarding. So whether you're sweeping the floor, or splicing bridge girders, or moving heavy things with a crane, or anything you do, put everything you have into it, because people will notice, and they will train you more and more and more when they see that you have good work ethic. Other than that, everything else just pretty much falls into place.
My name is Patrick Montgomery, 56 years old. I've been at FOT for almost 9 years. Before FOT, I was at a place called Universal Structure, where it was 100% bridge, and that's what I fell in love with. And when I came to FOT, they did bridge. It's smaller, but you know, the same certifications, the same outlook, you know, on all of it. Bridge to me is why I wake up every morning, because it's something I fell in love with. It's a job that is very critical. It's demanding that it's done correctly. Mistakes are few and far between, and we try to do everything by the line. And the rewards on building bridge, especially if we do something here in Oregon or close to Washington, the border up there, we're able to see it after it's been put up. And it's like I took my wife about a month ago, and we went on a trip around Portland and went up to Washington to see the truss that we built. We did the walkway in Milwaukee, and to be able to go underneath that walkway and explain to my wife what we do, you know, it's pretty cool. It's really cool. You know, it's very important that you want to do this type of work, because it can be crazy at times. And your work ethic, you've got to have a good work ethic, and you've got to take pride in your work ethic, and you've got to take pride in your work attendance. And if you can do that and listen, follow instruction, it's a good thing. And yeah, it's a good thing.
Hi, I'm Matt Porter. I've been here at FOT & Company for 23 years. I started out as a helper, worked my way up to a fabrication supervisor. Today, my job duties entail the safety and productivity of everybody that's working for me. That can be as many as up to 20 or more a day. I'm responsibility for their safety, productivity. I have to set up and plan projects to make sure that they have space, tools, everything they need to get their job done. And then I need to follow through and make sure that happens throughout the day. So that's it in a nutshell, amongst making sure that everything's set up. Looking forward to projects that we're going to be working on, planning ahead, make sure I have the tools and equipment to do what we need to get done. I love most about my job is everything I build is around me. Okay, so we build bridges and buildings and ornamental steel here, and what's great, and which gives me great pride in my work, is that I get to drive around town, look at this stuff, take my family and my friends over the things I built, bridges, take them to buildings I've done. Portland Airport, I have people come in, take a look up at the canopy. We built that at FOT & Company. These things make me happy, make me very proud of where I work. To give advice to any young people that want to come into this industry, first thing I would say is take your job seriously. Be to work on time. Come prepared. Be ready to work. And when you do, give it 100%. If you can hook up with any old timers, get yourself hooked up with someone that has some experience, great way to start off. You'll be amazed at what you can learn. Most important thing I could say is show them respect, and they'll show respect back to you. That's the way of the game around here. It's a turnaround. So we learn from the guys that done it before us, and we pass it on to the guys that we go for. One thing I would really caution people, I know a lot of folks kind of shy away. Well, that's big stuff. I don't think I can do it. I just want to let you know, it doesn't matter how you feel or what you do. You come in with the right attitude, you get hooked up here, and we'll train you here in the shop, or we'll send you through an apprenticeship to learn everything you need to know.
So my name is Bradley Smith. I've been at FOT for around 3 years now. They gave me the title of welding foreman. I'm in charge of keeping the welders up and running, all the guys, making sure that everything's done to code and the welds look nice. Basically, that's about it for what I do from day to day. The biggest challenges would be scheduling, keeping everything going out the door on time, and quality is a challenge. Because we have a lot of new guys, a lot of guys haven't done this before. So once you get to them where they need to be and you're seeing their outcome is what you want, that's gratifying. So don't sell yourself short. Learn everything, whether it be mechanicking, fitting, burning, welding. Try to learn it all so you can be well-rounded, because you never know when your employee is going to need you, or so you can have all the knowledge you can gain. That'd be my advice.
My name is Richard Padilla. I've been here 25 years. I'm a fabrication foreman. We deal with bridge and structural jobs. I'm in charge of the bridge and structural jobs here at Foxdale. I mainly deal with highway bridges and railroad bridges, pedestrian bridges. It doesn't matter. The biggest challenges that we have with highway bridges and railroad bridges is the structures itself are mainly long and heavy. Most of it can be done here inside the shop, if not outside the shop. The biggest challenges that I've had to endure would be Hayward Field. Hayward Field was so complex. The complexity of the job was a challenge. All the men on the floor were able to get the job done in a timely fashion. That makes everybody here, no matter if it is a bridge work job or a challenging structural job, it makes everybody feel proud, and they should feel proud because of their hard work, and you get to enjoy it. Knowing that people want to get into this trade, the only thing I could tell them is if you do get into this trade, listen to the people that are you working with. Make sure that you pay attention to the people that have more experience than you do, and to push yourself. Push yourself to do better. Learn as much as you can. Go to school if you have to. That's basically it.
My name's Austin Sousa. I've been with FOT Company for about 5 years. My job title is CNC operator. Typical day for me is I come in here, we have our morning meeting. After that, I'll go talk to my supervisor. I'll see what he's got planned for me today. I'll get my paperwork. I'll see what I need to get, what plate I need to get, consumables. I'll go grab my plate. I'll load it up on my processor, make sure it's all correct. Go over my paperwork, load my program, and then go from there. Start young, don't wait till you're older. If you don't think you got it in you, you do. We're a great shop. It's a smaller shop, it's not corporate. We're like a family here. We got great pension. After 5 years, you're locked in. The insurance is great. every day's a struggle, but that's what keeps you on your toes. It's what's exciting, something new every day. It's not the same thing over and over and over again. And you don't have to do one thing, you can always learn. You have multiple things you can do here, not just one thing. Each day you can do something new. It all depends on how far you want to go. And we're towards the top here.